All right. What's up, everybody? Let's get started. Keep in mind the entire time we're doing this, please ask any questions you may have. If you're thinking something, somebody else might also be having the same question. So what we're going to be talking about today is how to find cash buyers that are going to want to buy your wholesale deals. I'm going to show you, let's see what I have here. I typed out some things. I'm going to show you 4 different strategies for finding cash buyers. They all work. And they're for all different price points here. So some cost money, some are free. They all work, and that's the best thing. The biggest thing to keep in mind is when you are searching for cash buyers and when you're talking to cash buyers, your goal here is to build a relationship and learn more about their business and how you can help them. Remember, if you didn't have cash buyers, then wholesaling would be a fucking thing and none of us would be able to make any money. So when you are speaking to a cash buyer, you're really wanting to build a relationship of, hey, how can I help you? So when I'm talking to a new cash buyer, hey, my name is Tyson Smith. I wholesale across the country. We're looking to, our goal here is to spread the best deals for real estate investors like yourself. Can you tell me a little bit about what you're looking to buy? Right. So I want to know, are they looking for, and they all have different, criteria of what kind of properties they want to buy. Some are like, oh yeah, I only buy 3 bedrooms, 2 baths in this zip code. And some are like, I'll buy fucking anything as long as it's under $500,000. I can put fucking X into it and sell it and make 10% return, right? So everybody has different things. And you want to make sure that when somebody is telling you this, that you're taking notes on all of it. Another thing is to make sure that they're currently buying, right? So it's like, hey, I noticed you bought these properties over here. Are you still looking to buy? And someone would be like, oh no, I'm done this year actually. Next year, check back with me. Or they're like, yes, I'm buying fucking everything. I need to buy 30 more houses this month. And they're serious about it. So that's the big thing. Those are the guys you want to really find out about exactly what they're doing and then market directly to them. And if you're really good at building relationships, you can use these people as a resource. So for instance, when I was starting out, there was a guy who was flipping tons of houses and I told him, hey, look, I'm getting into wholesaling. I want to find good deals for you. What is it that you're looking for? How can I make sure that I only send you good deals, not anything that's going to waste your time? And he told me about it. And he was like, yo, this kid's a hustler. And he was like, yo, if you have something you want me to look at, like, even if you don't have it under contract, send it over to me and I'll tell you how much I'll buy it for. So then you were kind of getting into a position, it's a little bit like reverse wholesaling, where I would send him a deal and then he would be like, I'll pay $250 for it. So I knew, okay, instantly get this anything under $250 and I'm going to be able to sell it to this guy and make money, right? So you want to especially use this opportunity to build connections. Also, guys, these are people who are like buying properties with cash. They obviously have some capital. They have good relationships. You want to learn as much as you can from these people, right? And then also, return them with value, make sure you get them good deals so that they can go ahead and make money. With that being said, throughout, I'm going to talk about more on, hey, here are the actual conversations I am having with these people, and as well as what we go through the different strategies for actually finding cash buyers. So to start off with number 1, this is the main way that I find cash buyers if I'm not using InvestorLift, which for those of you guys who watch me know, InvestorLift is how I sell pretty much all of my deals. I have my VIP buyers. So if I get a deal, I say it's my VIP buyers who are people who have already bought deals before. If I don't sell it to one of them, then I send it out on InvestorLift, and that's how I find the buyers. However, if that doesn't work, here's where I move to. And this is using BatchLeads to pull a cash buyers list. So let me get that pulled up right here, right now. All right. Can you guys confirm? Can somebody say in the chat real quick if you guys can see the screen of my batch thing over here? Somebody? Yes, John, you're the man. Knew you'd be there for me. Perfect. All right. So is how we're going to do this is by searching for cash buyers in the place where we're looking. So for instance, somebody tell me a market. Anybody? What's a market that you might be marketing in or have a deal, something like that? All right, Bridgeville. What is that? DE? Is that Delaware? Gotta be. So we bring up Bridgeville, Delaware, and we just search. We can see, let's pull up our quick filters. Oh, let me remove that. Also, guys, pulled the list in Fayetteville, North Carolina today. Going to be doing some marketing there. So if we just pull up Bridgeville, it's obviously a pretty small area. There's 705 cash buyers. But we don't want to pull all 705 of these. And also that's like a really small amount. I'll show you guys some other markets where there's like fucking 100,000. But is what we need to do is filter out some of the bullshit cash buyers. And how we're going to do that is by going to filter, and then we're going to go to this cash buyers tab right here. And so here we have a couple different options. Owner type. Some people will say, hey, you should only do company owned. These guys are the professionals. I disagree. I want both individuals and company owned. And cash purchase, obviously, yes. Now you can fuck with the purchase amount. So you can like go up, like if you have a certain minimum, like, hey, I don't really care about people who bought $10,000 houses cash, or I don't care about people who bought $1 million houses cash. Me, I do not fuck with this. The only thing is cash, yes. Purchase date, I'm going to go back to the last 2 years. So I'm just going to bump this to 2020. Right, last 2 years. Is that right? Yes. And then I want to exclude properties where the mailing address and the property address are the same. So what this is going to get rid of is those people from California who sold their house in California, have a fuck ton of money, and then just went and bought a house somewhere cheaper with cash, because those people probably aren't actual cash buyers who are fix and flipping, right? We want people who they bought a property cash and it's a different address than what their mailing address is, which means it's not their primary property. So this can be somebody who's flipping, a landlord, or any other different type of real estate investor. So once we apply that, and you can see right here, here are the all of the filters we filtered out there. So we got Bridgeville, Delaware, cash purchase, yes. Exclude properties with same mailing address, yes. And that is it. Now we have 258. So if I am Anthony and I have a deal in Bridgeville, or I'm looking to market in Bridgeville and I want to learn more about the market, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this list, select all, add, and we're going to create a new list. Is what I would call it is Bridgeville, Delaware, dispositions, cash buyers, and then I'm going to put the date, right? Tag it, I would create a tag as cash buyers and I would save, but I don't want this list in my system, so I'm not going to save that right now. Anyway, I would add them in. And then from there is what I would do is throw them into a dialer and I would cold call them. So I would just do it with like my batch dialer. So I'll kind of just give you guys an example real quick. So I believe I have a cash buyers list on this account. Yes. Is it skip trace? Probably not. Oh, well, it just is. So that goes hard. So anyway, I'd go here and select right actions. I would add it to batch dialer. I'd create a new campaign. And then when I'm dialing through, I'm going to tell them if I have a deal, I'm going to, when they answer, I'm going to say, hey, my name is Tyson Smith. I'm a wholesaler. I wholesale nationwide. I'm currently marketing in, so this is Winston-Salem. I noticed that you've purchased properties there. Are you looking to buy any more? And then that's when we start having the conversation, right? So it's like, hey, I'm coming across great deals. What is it that you're looking for? And then when they tell me, I'm going to take notes about all of this. And so if I get somebody who is looking to purchase more properties and they tell me about what they're looking for, I'm going to take note of all of this. So in the beginning, you can just do it in like a Google Doc, something like that. For me, I put it into my CRM so that I have like a database of everybody. So like, is where this really, it starts to compound, right? You do this every single day and all of a sudden, you have like thousands of buyers and you know all about them. So like now we'll get a deal somewhere and my dispo guy will be like, oh, I actually know so-and-so that I spoke to last week about a different deal. He didn't end up buying it, but he said he's looking for properties that are just like that. Let me give him a call. And then now we're just, putting people together and everything runs really smoothly. Let's see, Anthony, a lot of my area is people that only own one house. Do you still call them? It depends. I'm not really sure exactly what you're saying there, Anthony, if you want to elaborate on that question a little bit. If they're a cash buyer, then like, yeah. But I don't know if I understand that question. John, when you have the property under contract and identify a buyer, do you share the property address with them? John, that's an amazing question. So as far as sharing the address, you want to vet somebody first. And I'll talk a little bit more about this when I show you a different strategy, which is using Facebook to find buyers. But what you need to know is you do not want to just be giving that address out willy-nilly. There are scumbags in this industry. And if all of a sudden, somebody even sniffs that you're a new wholesaler and that you have a deal, they're going to reach out to that buyer and be like, hey, oh, you're under contract at that amount. Well, hey, That person is trying to wholesale the deal. They'll, basically just try to fuck your deal over. Like, I'll give you $5,000 more and we'll just wait till that thing expires and the guy has to cancel, right? They'll go behind your back. Now, this is where I've never had this happen to me, but I have heard about it happening to other people. So is what you want to do before you give the address is make sure you vet them, which is just having a conversation about flipping and things like that. So, they're legit. So you can just tell, like, I believe that all of you guys have good enough common sense to where you can kind of just tell this, but you want to have a conversation with people on the phone before you start sending out the address. So for me on InvestorLift, when I send out a deals, there's no address on it. They have to sign up and register for InvestorLift to get the address, or not even, they have to send me a property request. So it basically says buyer number 1 just viewed your property and is requesting the address. Then my dispo guy gives him a call and he's going to say, hey, saw you just requested this address. What are you looking for? And then if the guy says, oh, I'm a flipper, it's like, okay, so you flip a lot of properties in this area. Tell me about some other projects you've done, right? And that's how we're going to vet them. But you always want to get on the phone with somebody before sending out the address, especially if it's somebody you don't know, John. When I pull people in Bridgeville, Delaware, pick up the first house on the list with your filters. Most owner profiles only show the homeowner having one property. Are they worth calling as a cash buyer? Yes, Anthony, I still would. But anyway, call them, have a conversation about what they're looking to buy, and make sure you take notes on this, right? And then you want to constantly be kind of following up with them as well, especially the people who really seem like they're buying a lot of houses. Follow up with them every month, right? Hey, are you still looking for this? Has anything changed? Do you have any new markets, right? And constantly be updating their information. Show them you're a hustler. Show them you're on top of your shit so that they're willing to help you out. So that's how you find a cash buyers list in Batch. So you do have to have a Batch account for this to work. If you don't already, go ahead and get one. I use it literally for all parts of my business. I actually need Batch. But if you don't have one, use code Tyson. It'll get you 50% off of your first month. And if you ever have questions about using Batch, I am a resource for you. Send me a DM. I want to help you guys out. That's the first strategy. Second strategy is going to be Facebook groups. So for me, I'm in all kinds of different wholesaling groups and whatnot. And then I got some old shit from, I don't even know, some games. But so if I'm going to start marketing in Phoenix, I'm going to go Phoenix, Arizona real estate investors. And let's just search this. And then let's go to, so these are places, right? All kinds of different things, right? I'm going to go now and let's see where the group's at. Anyway, there's all kinds of things where you'll be able to find some different groups or pages. Wait, where the fuck are the groups? Right? All of these. Arizona Real Estate Investors Club, 14K members, Phoenix Wholesale Property Investors Group, right? All kinds of different things. And if you have a deal, which is always the best way, I think, is especially when you're starting out, to get a deal first, and then that will attract buyers to you like fucking flies on shit. But if you want to have buyers first for your own peace of mind or whatever it is, one, I'm telling you right now, get a deal first. But if you're just going to say, no, fuck you, Tyson, I want to find buyers first, then post in there, hey, I'm a new wholesaler. I'm doing a lot of marketing in this thing. I'm buying super cheap deals. If you're a buyer, please let me know, right? Drop your email, whatever. And then even another thing you can do is you can go into one of these groups. Once you join it, I don't know if this one will let me, but I haven't joined. Yeah. Oh, wait, it's public. Perfect. Let's see. You can search the group right here, search in this group. I'm just going to search the @ button and check this out. Oh, never mind. Wait, hold up. Let's search email. Nope. Okay. So that didn't work. But oh, it's in the wait. Let's see. You can kind of come down here. So let's see here. Kind of check out the comments. Look right here. Boom. acquisitions@harveypropgroup.com. Take that email, send them an email. Hey, I'm a wholesaler here. Saw that you were interested in a property in Phoenix. Are you still buying more? And then, right, that's how you start the conversation. But you can come through. You'll find all kinds of things. Speaking of which, I probably ought to spend some time looking at this. These are like some deals I can help out with. Anyway, Facebook groups, go into all of them, post in them. Hey, my name is blank. I am looking to source deals for real estate investors in this market. Who is looking to buy deals? What are you looking to buy? Start having conversations that way. Now, I did say earlier, if you do have the deal, it makes it a lot easier because I'm going to post something like this. Now, this person did a really good job of posting. Right? Besides, I would not put the fucking address like that. As what I would say is simple fix and flip in Glendale, Arizona with the thing. And then I would put like, is what I would put is like 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, fix and flip available in Glendale, wholesale deal, something like that. And then you can put all of this information, right? And then, but I would not put the address because then that leads people to go over there without fucking talking to you first, try and contacting the owner, all kinds of bullshit. Just post the information and then say, for more information, contact me at this number or drop your email and I'll reach out to you. And then this is good too. I mean, this guy's way too fucking many comps, but whatever. So there's all kinds of different groups. There's groups for everywhere. Any place you search, just search, right? So some searches you can try is just like the place. So Phoenix, fix and flippers. So you can do that. You can do wholesalers. You can do real estate investors. You can also do real estate agents. You can also do realtors, which realtors are an excellent resource, which brings me to my next point, and that's finding realtors on Zillow. So for instance, if I just picked up a property, let's see here. I'm not going to dox one of my properties that I just have. So let's just go to one of these things. So let's say that I just barely picked up this property. Let's say this is for sale by owner and I picked it up for 150 grand. I'm like, okay, I need to sell this now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search around it. Let's see here. So where's this at? Joshua and Denise right here. Okay, so it's right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start calling, I'm going to call this listing right here. So I see somebody else, similar thing. Philip Wagatsky on the Allen Tate team. I'm going to go here. Oh, fuck. I'm going to search his name on Google. I'm going to find his number. So here he is, right? I'm going to call him. I'm going to say, hey, Philip, notice you have a listing over here. I actually just picked up a property right here, right? Just down the road from yours. I was wondering if you work with any investors who are cash buyers who might be looking for another property. I have it at a great price, blah, blah, blah. Now, when you're working with a realtor, here's what you need to understand. A lot of them don't fucking know what wholesaling is, nor do they understand how an assignment works. So we want to speak in their language. Now, if a realtor is going to go find a deal for you, they're going to expect to get paid. So is what I tell them is, hey, I have this property. I'm selling it for 170 grand. If you can find a buyer, just put your fee on top. They're like, what do you mean? Like however much money you want to make, charge more than 170, right? So if you can go find me a buyer at 200, you can go make yourself 30 grand. If you can only find one at 195, then you can make 25 grand, right? Whatever it is. And then people will be like, oh shit, word. Now you're providing them incentive. They're doing work for you. Realtors love to do that. I love working with realtors. I want them to make money. We make money. Everything is all good. Then once you find them, you would basically explain to them how an assignment works. You would assign it to them. They would assign it to the end buyer. All good. But this is an excellent strategy. So I would call all of these people who have listings, especially if they're pending listings. Whoops, what the fuck am I doing? Especially if they're accepting backups or pending. So these two, I'm going to call these for show, especially because they're in the same price point. Will you let a realtor list a property you have under contract for you? Anthony, that is a whole other can of worms. So in my agreement, in my purchase contract, I have a whole section in there that says that I can list the property on the MLS. Now, you must have something like this in order to do it. There's also different states, different requirements in different states. Some states, some markets require you also to have like a durable power of attorney. But yes, you absolutely can do that. It is a strategy that we're taking advantage of. So like in, for instance, St. Louis, Missouri, we're listing all of our deals on the MLS, but we're allowed to, we have to, you have to notify the buyer, and that's a whole other thing, right? That's a whole other process for us because we are like being super upfront with the sellers. and we're telling them like, hey, we are going to be listing this property in the MLS. There is somebody else that's the buyer, right? It's a whole fucking conversation that we're having. Also, quick sidebar, just locked up another deal right now. I was sitting here, my team just did, and it's a really good deal in Glendale, Arizona. That is number 8 or number 10 for the month. Just to give you the reason I'm telling you guys this, so you guys know what's possible. It is so far the 13th, and we have either 8 or 10 deals. I'm not sure exactly how many, but already under contract and we're moving. So this is absolutely possible. This business I built in the last 2 years. So 2 years from now, you could be doing that. I believe in all of you. Anyway, back to on point here. That is how you find realtors on Zillow to help you find buyers for your deals. The next thing is what you could do is go to for rent. Look at all these deals for rent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this. I'm going to see, okay, it's listed. Wait, what the fuck? Where is it? Okay, so Main Street Renewal. So I'm going to call it Main Street Renewal, and I'm going to say, hey, notice this property for list. Do you happen to know the owner? Now, this is a management company, so they could be dickheads about it. They could help you out. Who knows? And I'm going to say, hey, I'm got a deal I'm looking to sell. Is the owner of this property looking to buy more? Right? And they might be like, oh, yeah, they are. Here's their number. But you're gonna have better luck finding ones that aren't listed by a management company. So this is another one. And again, I would still try. I'm still gonna call them and be like, hey, notice this is for rent. I got a property that a landlord would love. Whoever you're representing here, are they looking to buy more? But come through, call all of them, every single one of these, right? So this is another Main Street Renewal. But if you have one that's like, especially if it's by like somebody, not one of these management companies, it works out a lot. Works out very well. So that right there is, there's 4 strategies. And now the 5th one is for finding buyers is to work with somebody. Wait, let me stop sharing. Actually, I'm going to have to go back to sharing in a sec, but right now while I'm talking to you guys, I won't be sharing. The 5th strategy is to find a wholesaler in that market who is already doing deals and JV with them. This is what I did for the first fucking year and a half, almost 2 years. I JV'd every single one of my deals. I was like, look, I'm good at buying deals. Somebody else is good at selling them. I'll find them. I'll buy them. You fucking worry about selling them. And yes, I've got to give up a portion of the profits, but it takes a whole other fucking side of the business off my plate. The reason this is helpful, especially in the beginning, is when you come to an experienced wholesaler and you're like, hey, I have a deal, you're providing value to them and they will fucking help you out. So I've had plenty of people come to me and say, hey, I've got a deal. Can you help me sell it? And I'll say, yeah, absolutely. They say, but while you're doing that, can you show me everything, like how it all works? And I say, yeah, of course I can. So people who are especially like worried about like, hey, I don't know how the title process works. I don't know how you communicate with the buyers. No problem. I'll CC you on every fucking email. So you can see exactly, oh, Tyson got the deal. You know, here's how you set it to title. Here's how the wiring works. Here's what I fucking say to the title agent. Here's what I say to the buyers. Here's what I do when I get the assignment. All of that, all of those questions can be answered for you because you're providing value to somebody. Not to mention they're an established wholesaler, so they definitely have buyers. They know the market, things like that. For finding good wholesalers, that is the tricky thing, because you do not want to just send it to some fucking scrub who took like, there's a bunch of these, I'm not going to say any names, but there's a bunch of different like wholesaling courses and programs out there that teach you just to middleman wholesale deals. Basically, it's like, hey, you don't need to worry about locking up yourself. Find other wholesalers and just connect them with the buyers. Find somebody who's actually moving a lot of deals. I can tell you right now, there are plenty of different people out there who will do it. If you find somebody who's a cartel member of InvestorLift, they're going to be good. They're going to know how to do it. You don't have to come to me, but if you do come to me, I will be able to help you out. But there's a guy, his name's Templeton Walker. He's in Arizona. He owns a whole bunch of different businesses, but he does own a wholesaling company. Very successful guy, very incredible person. He says, attach yourself to a bigger boat. The bigger boat is going to fucking pull you along, and it's a great strategy when you're first getting started. With that being said, I'm going to show you guys InvestorLift so you kind of have an idea of how I dispo deals. I am not, wait, which screen am I sharing? There we go. All right. Can you guys see my screen? Can you guys confirm that you guys are looking at the right thing? Yes, perfect. Thank you, John. So when I'm in InvestorLift, this is basically how it works. So I even have it. Yeah, here we go. So here's how it works. Basically, we got a dashboard here. I've got negative 12 grand in assignment fees. I don't know what the fuck that is, but basically I can go to, so here's some properties that we've sent out, right? So this is a new one we just got. I probably shouldn't be showing all this. There's going to be some sensitive information, contact information in here, but you know, you put in the thing, we send it out, it's got all the information. But basically what my mode of InvestorLift gives me is I'm on cartel mode. So basically I can go to any state. So let's go to that one that guy sent in. What is it? Bridgeville, Delaware. And let's just see. So I've never done a deal in Delaware. I don't know where Bridgeville is, but if let's say I did get a deal there. Oh, wait, am I not spelling this right? Or is it really this small? Yo, is Delaware that small? Let's see. Anyway, if somebody is in Delaware, they'll probably just be. The fuck is this Delaware? Is this actually, is Delaware County in Delaware? I don't know. Let's see here. What's the biggest city in Delaware? Anybody know? Do you have God mode access? Yes, Bobby, I do. I don't really use it though, very much. Well, I'll show you actually how we do use it because I spoke too soon. All right, let's just go to Sussex County. Am I spelling that right? Yo, how fucking small is Delaware, dude? Is that how you spelled it? Yeah. What's Dover? Okay, here we go. So in Dover, we have 758. So this looks like a hedge fund. This is a hedge fund, Goldman Sachs. Another one, but basically it has like a score. So you get a different score for various things like making offers on properties, buying properties, things like that. Basically, we know that these people are good buyers. So I would call all of these people. I can just click their number and it'll get their phone. So if I have a deal in that place, I can see Julie Abraham. She's a hedge fund with Goldman Sachs. I'm going to call her. I'm going to say, hey, notice you guys are buying a lot of deals in Delaware. You look for a new one, right? So this is how I find cash buyers, hedge funds, everything like that. Definitely a fucking cheat code, but it's how I could do this. So it's what I do, like what my dispo guy does is, so we get a new deal. So let's say we get a new deal. What was that fucking address? Let's say that we did actually lock this deal up. I'm going to come here. I'm going to go into God mode, enter in the address, pull it up, right? Now, I don't really fuck with any of these besides like the distance. So I'm just going to go 3 miles out. I'm going to take off iBuyers because I obviously don't give a shit about them. I'm not about to sell my wholesale deal to them. And I'll go back like a year. Update results. Now, this is going to show me everybody who bought properties cash within 3 miles in the last year. So, boom. Karen, I'm going to call Karen. Hey, got a new deal for you. Andrew, hey, Andrew, got a new deal for you. William, got a new deal. Or I guess he doesn't have any contact information. But as you can see, that's how I use InvestorLift. That's what God mode does for me is, so this is where that property is, right here. And then here are all these deals, these cash deals that occurred around it, right? So that's how I dispo deals. That's how my team dispos deals. Again, if you guys need help dispoing any deals, I do want to help you guys. I will show you guys the entire process, but you don't have to use me. There's tons of other people out there, people who just dispo deals and do a great job with it. That being said, do you guys have any questions about the methods that I showed you? So we have pulling cash buyers list on batch. We have using Facebook groups. We have using Zillows, which includes calling realtors that have listings nearby, as well as calling properties that are for rent. And then also JVing with an experienced wholesaler. Are there any other questions that I can answer for you guys about finding cash buyers, talking to them, dispoing, anything like that? What's your initials text to cash buyers on Batch look like? So John, I actually don't really do texting campaigns right now for my buyers, but I will. But is what they will be like is what they're going to say is, hey, blank, are you still buying in city? Right. Or just things like that. Or it's going to be like the same templates as what we use for the sellers, so that we don't get flag spam, just basically getting them to reply. So you can literally use the seller ones. And then once they text you back, you just say, yo, right? And you can say whatever you want. Hey, got a new deal. You still buying in this place? Oh, no. Okay. Where are you buying? Oh, you're not buying at all, right? Just have the conversation. Any other questions? Was that just InvestorList.com? Yeah, it's InvestorLift, not list. So you can just go to Google, search InvestorLift. I don't know exactly how it works right now. I know there's different tier systems for signing up for it. I'm not in any way, shape, or form like connected to this company. I just use them. I know there's different like tiers, and I don't know what the different tiers get you, but I'm in the top one. It's the fucking shit. I'm really lucky to even be in it, and helped me a lot. Anything else? Okay. Oh, let's see. Oh, Jesus, I almost just stabbed myself in the eye. What are the top reasons new wholesalers fail? There's exactly one reason, Jacob, and that is that they don't fucking do the work. People are like, oh, dude, I tried wholesaling. It's a fucking scam. It doesn't work. And say, oh, really? You did try it? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, well, what'd you do? It's like, dude, I made 100 cold calls and nobody wanted to sell. Yeah, if you make 100 cold calls, you're not going to fucking, it's not going to work out for you. To put this into perspective for you guys, my cold calling team is making 250,000 cold calls a week, 250,000. So out of those, let me see if I can pull up my fucking KPIs here. What the fuck is this? What is my thing called? I can't. I don't even know how many leads I get a week are though. But the biggest reason why new wholesalers fail is because they do not do enough of the work and they give up too fast. They think, oh, this doesn't work because I gave one offer to a guy and he told me to fuck off. If you guys watch my lives, you see the vast majority of people I'm talking to are not the people, like they're not going to be a good client. With wholesaling, it's very similar to literally panning for gold. You are shifting out the shit, trying to find the little flecks of gold to somebody who needs help with a property, and they need you to put them in touch with somebody, right? Like they need you to solve their fucking problem for them. And that is what your job is. But the biggest thing is you're not doing enough of the activities. Just because you fucking cold called for a month and it didn't work out for you doesn't mean it's like not going to work at all. You can't give up. The thing is, once you get your first deal, you'll realize, oh shit, this works. And then you just start getting better and better. Your sales skills get better. And so then you're able to like figure out what's a deal. What do I need to be spending time on? That stuff gets better. You become more efficient. You get better systems and processes. That helps a ton. You know, then you get to my level where I have all kinds of systems. I have excellent salespeople who are able to consistently do deals. That's possible for everybody, right? So do not fucking try one thing for a week and be like, oh, it doesn't fucking work. It does work. You just didn't work hard enough, right? Now, I'm not saying that that's what you're going to do, Jacob, because I'm sure if you're going to do it, you're going to fucking kick ass. All right. Wow. We knocked this out in a smooth 40 minutes. That's excellent. That's excellent. All right, guys. Well, hey, look, I appreciate all of you guys attending. If you guys do have any further questions, please send me a DM on Instagram. I want to help. If you're not already, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be posting these videos and other ones. Basically, I want to create a full how to wholesale course that is just going to be for free on YouTube that'll allow you guys to get started. One more time, if you guys do have questions about wholesaling, send me a DM on Instagram. I want to help. I want to be a resource for you guys. I know how it feels to be new into it and just wanting to learn and having some simple questions that aren't exactly Googleable. And if you guys do have that, send me a message. Let me help you out. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. Enjoy, be safe, take care of yourself.